This is the Bonnie cart, loaded with tools. We're going to be using this here in a little bit. Neighborhood's under construction. There's the roach truck. Nobody's going hungry. Okay, this is the water meter out by the front curb where it's supposed to be located. It could be located other places, but this is a good place and there's nothing wrong with it. And I look inside of here. Let me see if I can get down here. Get down in the mud and the blood. The beer. Johnny Cash song for you young whippersnappers. It was a crossover song. I played it on the rock stations. Okay, boy named Sue. Okay, inside this dial is a smaller silver sprocket wheel, and that is a flow indicator. It's very sensitive. If that's moving, you have water, potable water, drinking water, moving into your house. If that's moving, you're using something like the dishwasher. And if you're not using anything, then you have a leak. If you can't find your leak, you have a leak where you can't see it. This indicates that we do not have a leak today, and when I come back for the final, that will be rechecked. So conditions change, and some of these things might not be rechecked, but yes, it will be rechecked. So we're moving along the lawn sprinkler system, if there is one. It hasn't been installed yet, quite naturally. We're kind of under construction here. Got a broken leg. Oh, we had to put him down. Not yet. He's still good for a couple mixes. Okay, one thing that I'm not seeing here, and that I'd like to see here, and I don't know if it's underneath this wood here. Here. Okay, these are the sewer cleanouts. These are the main sewer cleanouts. But what I'm not seeing is a main water shutoff valve. A lot of times on new construction, I'll find them like in the laundry. I will find them in the garage, on a garage interior wall, and I'm just not seeing it. I'm not seeing it in the garage. I'm not seeing it in the laundry. We're going to look a little closer, but first, a message from our sponsors. This is kind of unusual for the new builds that I've been inspecting, because we actually have water at the house. And again, I'm going to recheck the water pressure. I'm looking between 40 and 80 psi, and we don't quite have 40, like 38 psi. We don't have enough water pressure here today. What does that mean? It doesn't mean that much today. When we move in, we're going to recheck this. Right now, the system is going at ebbs and flows of demand. The infrastructure. So we're going to recheck that. This is where the gas meter is going to go. It's on the west side of the garage. That's where the gas enters the house. That's where the gas is going to be bonded. The gas has been capped off, and they're doing a pressure check on that too. They sure are. Well, actually, I did a pressure check on this. They're doing a pressure check on the gas. They happen to be. Coming along, still inside the garage, still the west wall. This is where the water heater is going to be. And judging by the size of the flue, I am going to assume, it's reasonable to assume that this is going to be a tankless water heater. Now see that this is gas, it's different. And judging from the size of the gas pipe, it's going to be a tankless water. I hope it's a tankless water heater. See this insulation? It's next to an exterior wall. So the water piping, it's PVC, PEX, P-E-X. It's PEX piping, and any plumbing piping for that matter, for water, not gas, water, and it's next to the wall, should be insulated. See, what we're looking through the wall here is the shower, the master shower, so it's all insulated. Moving along. Still not seeing a main water shutoff valve. Oh, here's the laundry. Actually, this is the
Guest bathroom. This is the guest bathroom. See this PVC here? It doesn't have to be insulated. But see when it's this close to the wall, at least this hot side right here, that should be insulated. I mean, the master shower, all this was insulated. You remember we just came from there. We'll go back. We came from there. All this was insulated for the master shower next to an exterior wall. This needs to be insulated. This is okay. This is okay. Coming into the laundry. I'm not seeing a main water shut off there. Another thing, this is the clothes dryer vent, and it's kind of jumping around. We're going to go plumbing, including gas. We're going to go water, but this is the clothes dryer, and it should have a vent. It should have a notice posted on it that tells you how long the vent pipe is, how big the vent pipe is, how many bends the vent pipe has, so that when you buy laundry equipment, then you make sure, and most of it does, but you make sure you have enough push so that it can vent properly. So when we come back for the final, we're looking for the length. And here's the instructions right here. Here's the instructions. It's a model 425. For gas, over here, this is gas coming into the kitchen. See, it's not as big as the water heater pipe. That's just going to your oven. Man, ovens use a lot of BTUs too. I mean, that's the right size pipe, but that's what I'm saying is that better be a tankless water heater. So when we're coming over here, they've got it sealed off. We're not going to open it. We've got it sealed off. It's 100 psi. So when you get the documentation back, and it says that the gas was held at this pressure for this long. If it's lower, you know that at one time it had higher pressure. Okay, if it's higher, then you know that somebody's been messing with it. So, you know, what you want to see on the final is that it held to 100 psi. Coming along, I believe these are far enough away from the wall that they probably don't need to be insulated. I probably need to do some homework. This is the kitchen island. Okay, so what we're going to be looking for here on the kitchen island is there is an vent pipe. I see a vent pipe. So this is your laundry connections. And you have a vent pipe that goes up to the ceiling. And that equalizes the pressure so that everything goes down. That's why you have the vent pipe. But over here on the island, we don't really want a vent pipe going up through space. Like that vent pipe over there, we don't really want a vent pipe coming up here. So we either have pattern fittings, we do not have pattern fittings here. And there's no sense in explaining to you what it is because you don't have it. Okay, so what we're looking for is when they come in to finish this out, is we're going to need an air admittance valve. An air admittance valve attached to this drain so that everything goes down. And I'll bake an explanation about what an air admittance valve is. I just keep going, take care of the bottom floor first. Some sort of organization. I'm trying. This is really nice that I was here. This bathtub is sitting on a bed of cement like the manufacturer recommends. That suits the manufacturer's installation instructions. That's a good thing. When I come back, this will all be sealed up, and I would have no idea that this was actually installed properly. So that's good to know. Here's the shower. Okay, I take that back. If they can insulate this one this far away from the wall, they can do the laundry as well. Okay, so you see this? One of them's wrong. Either this one's wrong or the other one's wrong, and it'd be a lot easier. I think it'd be more prudent, err on the side of caution, to insulate those, even though you might argue that it's not required. But it'd be more prudent to insulate those than it would be to take the insulation off of here and leave yourself exposed. It just would. It just would. So, now coming along in here and still some more plumbing. Venting, we're kind of mechanical. These vent lines, this vent, okay, duct, air duct for your bath vents, it should be routed in the most direct path possible. They could have done that. I get it, you know, well, I can tie it to this and make it more secure. Okay, so is that the most direct path possible? It's possible. Then if that's the case, well, actually, this is not a comparison. It is a comparison, but not to argue. Look at this one. Look at that one. Wee doggy. Is that the most direct path possible? They could have brought it over here to this joist and turned it around. I'm not sure. They could, maybe they have left and right ones. You know, so I'm not sure what that is. But that's, will that vent? Yeah, it'll vent. They sheetrock this thing up and come back, and I won't be able to tell that they did anything to it. If I had never seen it, I would have never known it. If I hadn't have told you about it, you would have never known it. So I'm coming back in here. My text is blowing up. Okay, so we're back into the master bathroom, and this is usually where I find it, and I haven't seen it. There's one other thing. Remember when I was talking about not being able to locate the main water shutoff valve to the house? Okay, well, another thing that I'm not finding is a temperance valve, dilution valve. Call it what you will, but they're usually in the master bathroom, usually somewhere around the master shower, bathtub area. They're usually underneath the vanities, and I just don't see it. I don't see where they've plumbed for it. All your friends' new construction houses have these valves. Why don't you get one? Huh. Just asking. Seems like if all my friends got one, I'd want one. Just playing the devil's advocate here. Whee. Okay, we're upstairs. Upstairs bedrooms. We got 2 bedrooms up here and the upstairs bath. Coming along. This plumbing to the commode is insulated. Why can't they do that downstairs? This doesn't have to be insulated. This is where the sink goes, and it's got a vent pipe. Where's this vent pipe going? Huh? Hello? Anybody down there? The vent pipe's supposed to go. Okay. That's the drain. This is the vent pipe. Got it. Never mind. Never mind. False alarm. Alright. I get carried away. Trying to get things done. See that bathtub? It's on a bed of cement. Like it's supposed to be.